Welcome to Coding Literacy Flakes 29 of 40. We're going to get Scratch Part 2 variables. Now Part 1 was a handout. So Part 2 we're looking at some sort of screencast as well as the handout. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to be using Scratch. Let's just fire it up, and I'll be using Scratch version 2. And I'll be using the offline editor. There's an online editor. You go to Scratch website and you go to the online editor, but I'm going to use the offline one. Now here's Scratch. Now I give these different, this is a Scratch editor, give it different names just for communication purposes. Okay, this panel here, I tend to call it the display panel. This is where you're going to see the output that the user gets to see. Over here is a Sprite panel. Now a sprite are characters or objects you put here, and each object would have its own coding. It's object-oriented coding right here. For now, we'll leave it at the cat. Okay, and over here, this third panel, if you like, is what I call the script panel. It's got all the scripts you want. All these, well, they're actually called snap blocks. So snap blocks here. Everything you required for syntaxes are located here. Now, the good part about this, there's no syntax typing, and therefore you can't get syntax errors. And it's a good part about coding for kids, from primary school through to high school. And over here, I call it the workbench. Whatever a script block you drag into a workbench starts building your program. Okay, so let's just get started. And one of the first things I'm going to do is get Scratch to say something. Okay, so I'm going to get to respond, and so the sensing, I think. There it is. Under sensing, you got to ask. There it is. Ask snap block. And whatever you type in here, I'll type whatever I want. What's your name? Okay, and it waits. Now that's my first bit of program, if you like. If I click on the snap block, it tells me on the screen, what's your name? Didn't spell your properly, actually. What's your name? Do it again, and should correct itself. I suppose I've got to run this program first. Okay. There it goes. What's your name? Now, that's not, on its own, is not interesting. I need to get some sort of response back, and I can do that with, well, they put under the looks script panel here. There's a snap block. There it is, called, well, it's just a hello one. The hello one. I'll just leave it at hello, that's one. Now, if I run this program again, what's your name, and I type in my name, it should respond with, try it again, it should respond with hello. There it is, hello, so it's working. But again, I want to make it a little bit more interactive than just hello. I want to sort of make it as if it's some sort of an intelligent program, so I need to put, I'll have to have a response of your name back into response on the screen. To do that, there is a very simple variable we can use. They're complex variables, but I want to look at a simple one. A simple one they've got here is answer. There is answer. That answer is a set variable, and all that does, that particular variable, is remember the last response the user put in. So if I was to drag that inside, instead of the text hello, I type the variable in there. Whatever I type in will be displayed on the screen. Let's see that in action. What is your name? I type in Mary. Mary. So the variable's working. Before going any further, the other thing I like to do is just point out this part. In the event, there's a flag. That's a start flag. That's where everything starts. And again, remember, I've got to snap it together. Otherwise, it acts as different parts of the program. It acts as different objects. But I want as one object, one program. So I'm going to snap it together. So what happens there is that what the users see, they don't see the code. When the person is using your program, they don't see this part at all. What they see is this, right? And the only thing that fires up is this button here. So what is your name? I type in Peter, and Peter comes up, and that's what they see. Let's go back to the code. You get to see this part. This part's working. So that's why I put a flag in there, because they've got no control over the bubbles here, okay, or step blocks. Now, to make it a little bit more interesting again, I want to join a variable with a string or text. And to do that, there's a join function operation, and it's right here. There it is. I'll drag out the variable, don't need that for now, and I'll put the join. Now I'll replace the first part with my name, or the variable, and the next part I'll put in is a nice name. Okay, let's just run this program, see what happens. If I run the program now, I type in what's your name, I type in I don't know, Peter again. Peter's fine. Peter is a nice name. Now notice that Peter and is, it runs into each other, it's concatenated together. Well, you've got to leave a space. And the way you do that is, in front of the is, you type in a space, and that should correct it. If I was to run it now, what is your name? I'll type in I don't know, Dominic. There you go. Dominic is a nice name. But notice there's a space between the two. Okay, that's basically it for Scratch for now, and I'll do some more in the next session. Thank you for watching.